The woman had just joined the audit department and came to investigate the former boss company for serious tax evasion. The boss saw the employee he once fired now standing before him as an audit officer, and he was instantly stunned. A month earlier, the woman was still a seasoned financial accountant who had worked in the company for 10 steady years. Yet on her 35th birthday, she did not receive any warm blessing or benefit. Instead, she was met with an illegal dismissal notice from the company. The woman should have received nearly $1 million in compensation. Now the boss was forcing her down to a mere $100,000. The woman openly stated that she had never made a single mistake in 10 hard working years. Such malicious deduction of her rightful compensation was something she simply could not accept. Yet the boss showed a harsh, stubborn attitude and directly issued the dismissal order. He even began attacking her personally. He insulted her for being a 35-year-old accountant. He claimed that no one would ever hire her once she left his company. He warned her to take the $100,000 and quietly walk away. Otherwise, she should not expect to get a single cent. The woman, burning with anger, said what he was doing was illegal. Yet the boss bragged that in this city he was the law. He even threatened to erase her from the entire professional circle. The woman felt furious inside but did not explode on the spot. She had already received an official acceptance notice from the National Finance Audit Department. She only needed to get through the 30-day public announcement period to enter her new role smoothly, to avoid the boss using industry connections to interfere out of spite, to prevent him from sabotaging her public service onboarding. The woman swallowed her grievance and weighed the pros and cons before choosing temporary compromise. She secretly made up her mind that once the announcement period ended and she officially started the job, she would immediately report the boss company for its tax evasion violations under her real name. Yet just as she packed her things and prepared to leave, she suddenly received a call from the boss. The boss threatened that she must stay and work for free for another 30 days to complete handover tasks. Otherwise, he would fire her on the spot. She would not even get the $100,000 compensation. Considering her soon-to-begin new job, the woman once again held back her anger and agreed. Soon after, a scheming coworker brought her to the warehouse. She told her to reorganize and rebind nearly 4 years of work vouchers by date, and finish everything before the end of the workday. Before the woman could protest, she was locked inside the warehouse. The woman appeared patient and obedient and quietly completed every tedious task, but inside she remained completely clear-minded. As a senior accountant with 10 years of experience, she had long sensed abnormalities hidden in the company financial records, but the boss had always strictly controlled core accounts and never allowed her to touch original documents. Now that he willingly handed everything over, it gave her the perfect chance to conduct a full investigation. The woman used the opportunity of filing and organizing the vouchers. She checked every financial record from the past decade. She secretly verified each revenue and expense. She quietly secured every piece of illegal evidence. She quickly confirmed that the company had serious inconsistencies between account data and actual funds. Following the clues, she uncovered that the company fabricated costs through cross-ledgers. It illegally transferred profits and kept public funds in private accounts, among many other major violations. At this point, the woman finally understood. The boss' insistence on firing her was not simply dissatisfaction with her work attitude. It was because she had long upheld proper financial principles and refused to participate in fraudulent bookkeeping, and she had unknowingly blocked his path to shady profit. She had already become a thorn in his eyes. The originally unbearable 30 days of unpaid work became her crucial period for collecting ironclad evidence. She remained calm and secretly photographed and preserved the entire set of financial documents. She fully connected the complete chain of evidence. She firmly grasped every solid clue of tax evasion and illegal fund misappropriation committed by the boss and the company. The boss realized none of this and continued mocking her stubbornness in front of others. He publicly humiliated and suppressed her. His words were full of cruel ridicule. He boasted about controlling everything in the company and being able to toy with longtime employees. The woman silently endured and kept every insult in her heart as she waited for the right moment. In the following days, the boss found new ways to torment her. He even pretended to host a farewell dinner, but it was simply another way to humiliate her in front of everyone. The new co-workers openly mocked her for being rigid, and they laughed that she would not even receive her full compensation. The woman held back her anger and went to the restroom, where she unexpectedly received her acceptance notice from the finance department. Only 7 days remained until she could officially start. She prepared to help the boss clean up the disaster he had personally created. To avoid alerting him, the woman pretended to send out resumes everywhere online. She acted like she had nowhere to go to lower the boss guard. Yet strangely, none of her resumes received any response. She felt something was terribly wrong. She called her friend to ask if she had heard anything. Her friend said rumors were being spread in the financial circle, that she had serious principal issues and was not worth hiring. The woman instantly realized the boss was spreading lies behind her back. Soon the boss openly admitted these tactics were his doing. He warned the woman to behave and cooperate. The woman stopped arguing and pretended to be obedient, saying she would cooperate. Then the boss suddenly made a new unreasonable demand. He ordered the woman to issue a fraudulent invoice worth $4 million. He tried to force her to cross the legal line and drag her into the crime. The woman knew clearly that issuing a fake invoice was a serious violation and firmly refused. But she did not want direct conflict to escalate things, so she pretended to agree. But once she walked out, she threw the contract straight into the trash. Later that night, she received a call for help from a coworker. The boss saw she did not issue the invoice and was now forcing the coworker to do it. If she refused, she would be fired immediately. The woman told her to hold her bottom line, then suggested she guide the boss to operate the invoicing system himself. The coworker immediately understood what the woman truly meant. Over the next few days, the woman collected a large amount of evidence of the boss tax evasion. She prepared to give the boss a generous gift. Very soon the boss would face his long-awaited retribution.